Today I thought I would do a little ranking, and this is my top 5 favorite sets of 2025 that I added to my collection. Now, this is consisting of things that I was able to build last year, as well as things that I've got in the plans this year to get done that were released last year. And starting off the list at number 5, we've got the Tom and Jerry Brickhead set, which, being a big fan of Tom and Jerry and just classic cartoons in general, when this was announced, I knew that I had to get this for the collection. Where was I going to put it? I have absolutely no idea. So, still trying to figure that out at the moment, actually. Right now, it's just up on a shelf. And that's part of the reason I haven't actually gotten the new Bugs Bunny set that just came out recently. Do want to get that, but considering I still have to actually add in the Pixar lamp set from last year, or actually, it's either last year or this year. I don't entirely know. I think it was 2025 for Lego Ideas release, but I'm holding off on building that one just because I don't know where that one's gonna go after the thing I got for Christmas, which you guys recently saw in a video. But that's the main reason for putting this Brickhead set at number 5, is just overall not knowing where to put this in the collection, because I don't have a lot of Brickheads, so I don't really have a display for them, because this is only my second Brickheads that I have, which the other one that I have is a Pets one. So this is actually like the first standalone standard Brickheads that I have. So not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. Do want to keep it though, because if they come out with more for Tom and Jerry in the future, definitely going to be happy to have it. And then at number 4, we've got the 2025 modular building, the Tudor Corner, which overall would be a lot higher on my ranking for builds last year, because I love modular buildings. But the thing that overall brings us down quite a bit for me is actually the gift with purchase that was going for this, and the roof design, which I've talked about in the past with this set. I'm not a big fan of this roof design, and it just wasn't overly enjoyable to build. Definitely different, but not one that I would duplicate in my own projects. The build for the on the side of the haberdashery all the way up, I would definitely duplicate, but separate from the pub and clockmaker side itself for the roof and everything. So definitely would do that separate if I was to repeat it. But overall, another decent addition to the modulars now that I've got 17 of the 21 modular buildings. And yes, I am including Market Street, even though it's under the Lego Factory line. But at number 3, we've got the gift with purchase that was along with Tudor Corner when it first released, which is the corner kiosk, which I've wanted a standalone like newsstand or information thing for years for my city so that I can just freely move it around the city. And so when they announced this as the gift with purchase for the Tudor Corner, I was all over this. And thankfully, I didn't have the issues last year that I had this year when ordering the modular day one. And so, really happy to have this in the collection, even though I was only able to get one. So, overall, even though it's a simple build for a gift with purchase, got two great minifigs. And I think, if I remember right, everything for the most part was prints in this set. I think the kiosk tile up top was a sticker, but I think that was the only sticker in the set, which seemed a bit odd. But other than that, the build itself was great and is one of my favorite gift with purchase sets of all time, which I will do a separate gift with purchase ranking because I've looked back on previous videos and found out I've never actually ranked my gift with purchases that I have in the collection. So I will do a future video on that at some point. And speaking of gift with purchases from last year, we've got the Sega Genesis game controller gift with purchase, which was free last year when you spent $130. I got mine when I ordered Arkham Asylum, which is that's my favorite set of 2025. But the Sega Genesis was a very close second, mainly because that was the first game controller and game system that I played as a kid. So I went the extra mile and ended up getting a second copy from my local Bricks and Minifigs. And so I'm keeping one in the box and building one for display. And then Arkham Asylum is going to get built at some point here soon and added to the city. So if everything goes to plan, January is going to be a very, very big set of additions to the city. So overall, Sega Genesis is a great gift with purchase for display. And even though the back isn't fully enclosed, which I would have preferred, I do like that you do still have the option to have it look like it's enclosed. So you got the game controller side itself, as well as the Sonic Green Hill Zone in micro scale, which I do have the actual set for the Lego Ideas, still sealed from years ago. So got kind of both versions of the Green Hill Zone, the micro scale and the minifig scale in the collection. So really happy with the Sega Genesis GWP from last year. Probably one of my favorite GWPs of all time that isn't a vehicle. And as for my favorite set from the last year, we've got Arkham Asylum, which really, for everything that I've already said about it in past videos, it's just something that I've been waiting years to get my hands on. So when it was finally revealed and released, the week after, I of course purchased Diagon Alley at the last minute. I was like, I'm going for it day one, which I don't normally do day one purchases outside of the modular because I was actually going to hold off on purchasing this January 1st, if not the double points later in 2026. But given that the Sega Genesis controller was the free gift at the time, I was like, I'm biting the bullet and getting it. So kind of just got some string pulled and ended up getting this set, which for wanting an Arkham Asylum in the city for over 10 years, because my favorite Arkham Asylum set was always the 2013 model, because it's the closest one to my childhood era of Lego Batman, which was 2012 line, 2006 line for Batman video games, but for physical sets it was always the 2012 stuff. So since I missed out on the 2013 Arkham Asylum set, this was the next best thing, was to get an official modular Arkham Asylum. So I was gonna go all in on this, especially because it was an inverted corner and I needed to fill that exact space in the city. So it's like, yep, we're just going all in and biting the bullet on it. But overall, for the minifigs you get, even though it's only 2 floors and the roof is kind of filled in, it's like, I'm not really bothered with it. Some people I've seen are kind of bothered, but overall, for 2,953 pieces, $300, but quite a few new minifigs, and it's full Batman modular building, which before this we'd only gotten Marvel. I'm very, very happy with this modular building, and it brings back some parts that were very expensive if you were wanting to piece together old modular buildings, mainly the town hall, which seems to be the new pattern for Lego, bringing back old pieces, which we've seen now in the Shopping Street modular, with bringing back 2 very high priced pieces for people that want to piece together the Green Grocer. So overall, that pretty much is the reason why Arkham Asylum was my most anticipated set for 2025, and it's probably going to be the set that kicks off 2026 for the city, even though I have already built the Hot Rod gift with purchase from 2020 that I picked up over my birthday. But this will be the main build that starts the year off. So you guys can tell me your thoughts on this little video in the comment section below, and just like and subscribe for more, because I will do more in the future.